Hello everyone, this is Wendy. Welcome. I'm so excited you're here today. I have a beautiful card to show you. I made this card for my sister-in-law for her birthday, and I'm gonna get to showing you the supplies. They are all listed on my blog and you can purchase them in my online store there, but I wanted to show you all of them first. So I've got Melon Mambo ink, Real Red ink, Tangerine Tango, and Daffodil Delight. These are the colors that we're going to use to blend. I also am using this fun balloon punch. And then I've got the Hello You Thinlet set from Stampin Up and the balloon pop-up Thinlet set. I've got a pair of tweezers that I've had forever. And then I have the Celebrate embossing folder from the Celebrations Duo pack. I also have stamping sponges that are cut into little quarter pieces. Now we're going to put the card together. Okay, so I am layering placing the celebration or celebrate embossing folder onto a piece of 4 and 5 by and a quarter cardstock. Blah, blah, blah. Good grief. And I'm going to run it through my Big Shot with tab 1 open and then the 2 clear plates. So I'm going to run it through there. So here's the trick. You kind of want to position the embossing folder up and into the center and a little bit to the right so that the celebrate word gets impressed into the cardstock. Now, because I'm using a piece of Whisper White cardstock, I could just flip this paper over if I did it the wrong direction or embossed on the wrong side. It wouldn't be a big deal. But if you had a piece of cardstock that was decorative on one side, you would want to make sure that this embossing folder went onto the paper in the correct way to impress, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to grab my Real Red ink and I'm going to grab a stamping sponge and I'm just going to start my ink blending. Now I've sped this up to be double fast, if that makes sense, double fast. And because you don't want to watch me sit and ink blend, but I want to show you, see here real quick at the beginning, how incredibly light I am touching the sponge to the paper. That is because I want to build up my ink. I don't want to have my ink be blotchy or have these really heavy spots of ink. And there we go. I turn into Superwoman and I'm able to move my hand at 2 times normal speed. So I'm just going to ink blend this whole card, and I wanted you to see the process, but I just wanted to speed it up. So then I'm going to move to Melon Mambo ink, and then the Tangerine Tango, and then the Daffodil Delight. So let me give you a little tip or share with you how I choose my colors and why. I don't know if you noticed, but whenever I do ink blending, all of my colors pretty much go together well. And it's because I use the color wheel or a rainbow idea or thought process behind my color process. So red is the first color in the rainbow. I don't know if you've ever heard this acronym, Roy G. Biv. It's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And that is the order of a rainbow, right? The colors of a rainbow. And that's what's really appealing to our eye. So when I choose my colors for ink blending, I try to choose with that in mind. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that I put them in that order, but I use that as a guide. So the first thing I think is, okay, if I want my color to be bright and brilliant and have reds, then what do I want to start with for my reds? So in this case, I started with Real Red and then Melon Mambo. Now I know you're probably thinking, well, Melon Mambo's pink. Yes, it's pink, but it has a really heavy red feel to it or look to it in my eyeball. So it blends well with red and then it blends well with orange. So I kind of converted it on this card from pink to red, if that makes sense. So it's like I've got 2 different red colors at the front, and then I've got an orange, and then I've got my yellow. And you can see that I'm going back over areas here with my sponges, and that's just because I'm blending them out more and more in order to make the blend really nice in between each color. Okay, so that's all the ink blending. I get all of that done and finished up. And then I'm gonna go ahead and assemble my card. Now I put dimensionals all over the back of this cardstock because I didn't have my foam tape handy when I made this card. It was in the other room. So I covered this with dimensionals on the back, and I mean, I put a ton of them on there. You can see the little pile of the release papers next to the card. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to add some water droplets, and that will be to remove some of the ink color or bleach it out, whatever you want to call it. But basically it pushes the ink away and it creates kind of like a bleached spot, and it's so pretty and I love it. I'm obsessed. Now, I don't do a heavy amount of this on regular cardstock because it actually kind of makes the cardstock weird because it's not watercolor paper. So you have to be kind of light-handed when you're doing that on regular cardstock. Okay, I have the little U cut out already. I just cut this out ahead to save time in the video because I really wanted this video to focus on the ink blending, but I didn't want you to have a 20-minute video to watch. So I've got my fine tip glue pen here, and I'm just adding the glue to this little U sentiment that I've cut in Whisper White, and I cut it about 3 times and stacked them together. So it would be this really thick, heavy embellishment that would go on the card. So you can see the Celebrate You is the sentiment, and I've not done any stamping. So this card actually doesn't have any stamping on it, but it's still really fun and pretty. All right, now I've got the balloon punch here, and I'm punching out 2 Whisper White balloons, the little guys, and I've already die cut those bigger balloons from the balloon pop-up framelit set or thinlit set. And now I'm just going to play with positioning these balloons on this card. So it takes me a minute to get them all in place the way I want them. And this is where having tweezers comes in really handy. Sometimes my fingers are just too big or they get in the way, and having tweezers really helps me on this kind of stuff. But I wanted all the balloons up top above the Celebrate You, and to just have this really fun, I just wanted this card to be really fun and happy and pretty. My sister-in-law is such a cool person. She is super, super talented. She makes those really, really cool sugar cookies that like have all the crazy designs on them. I don't know if you've ever seen. I've been trying forever to get her to go into business for herself, but she's really not an entrepreneur type. She's more like a worker bee. Like I would have to start the company or the cookie thing, and then she would just be the one that makes them. Because it's just not her thing to like deal with creating all the stuff that goes along with owning a business. So anyway, then I'm just going to go with my fine tip glue pen, and I'm going to put all of these balloons down. So for her birthday, I'm going to give her this card, but we are going to go on March 1st to one of those places where you do the paintings, that's really popular right now. And I'm taking my mom and her mom. So my mother-in-law and my mom. So the 4 of us will go and do one of those paintings at this place called the Painted Cork. So it sounds like a fun place. You can take wine and have some wine if you want while you paint. And I think it lasts like an hour and a half to do the painting. I'm super excited about it. I cannot wait. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. And every one of us are pretty creative, crafty people and artsy. My mother-in-law and my mom both are very artsy people. So I think that it's going to be tons of fun. So that's what we're doing for her birthday. But I wanted to have a card to give her because we celebrated her birthday yesterday at my mother-in-law's house. And every year when our birthdays come around, my mother-in-law asks us what we want for our birthday, like to eat. What do we want her to make to eat for our birthday? So every year my sister-in-law picks breakfast. So we always have breakfast for dinner on her birthday, on her special birthday dinner. So I'm looking forward to that. Although I can't really have a bunch of it because I'm on a special diet because of my stupid cholesterol being high. Can you tell I'm annoyed by that? I am annoyed by that. So you can't have like the bacon, the sausage, all the good stuff. I'm going to have like fruit and healthy crap. So boring. But anyway, I digress. So I'm just finishing up this balloon, and then the last step will be adding the sequins to this card. I have this container that holds sequins now that is amazing. I am not even gonna lie, I saw it on Jennifer McGuire's blog and her videos because I stalk her. Slightly unhealthy, I know, but she's amazing. And so she has this really, really cool container that holds all of her sequins. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to own that because everybody should have this huge bin full of super cute sequins. And literally all my sequins were in a drawer, just a mess. They were a mess. You could see pictures on my blog. I'll throw them up over there because I've got a couple pictures. So look at this. I feel like light should shine down and it should be like this glorious moment. So you can just pick up these little containers and they have your sequins in them. And these are actually bead containers. And you can purchase bigger ones too. So they don't all have to be these teeny tiny containers like I've got here. You can purchase them bigger. I will have a link to this container over on my blog. I purchased this on Amazon. And so I'll have a link there so that you can get one too, because I know you're going to want one now that you've seen mine, because it's awesome and I immediately wanted one after I saw it. So I'm just laying out all my sequins and placing them where I want them to go first. I learned this the hard way. Placement for me is really difficult of like little embellishments or sequins and stuff like that. Here's the rule. You're supposed to use odd numbers. So you notice my balloons, there's 5 of them. And you're also supposed to always organize things in a triangle fashion. So the sequins I try to place so that they're like kind of in a triangle, but I'm so like, I don't know why this is hard for me. So sometimes they look like I like a triangle instead of kind of less planned out. I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, it is what it is. I got the sequins on the card and it looks so super cute. And that's really all I care about, is it being super cute. There's pictures on my blog. You guys can go check out the pictures on my blog. I have a card over there that I didn't do the water lifting technique with, so you can see which one you like better. And also the link to the sequin container is over there, along with a link to all the supplies that I used on my card today. You can purchase them in my online store. Don't forget, celebration is going on, so you get a free item with every $50 you spend. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. You can click on either of the images you see here to go to one of those videos. You can also click on the little round circle that has my face in it, and that will subscribe you to my YouTube channel. I always love subscribers. I hope you have an amazing day, and thanks for tuning in with me. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.